Hey everybody. I'm getting back to work here today. I've actually been working on things. If you remember, I had started with the one Sanguinary Guard in order to kind of get a sense of where I was going with the rest of them. And since then I've been working on just bringing the armor up to an equivalent point with the remainder. I have one left here who has not had that work done to him yet, and I was thinking that I might show you how I do that. So these are the paints that I'm going to be using. These are all variations of Vallejo model color Desert Yellow, number 70977. As you can see, this is a pretty mustardy yellow to start with, and where I've taken it is pretty light. This is actually an interesting mix of things. It is the two paint colors, the Desert Tan and white, as well as some golden retarder and Liquitex gloss medium. Now, the reason I do that is the retarder keeps the paint wet. This paint has actually been sitting here for several hours. I did some work on them earlier and then set them aside, did some other stuff, then came back later. Paint's still ready to use. The gloss medium provides a really nice smooth coat. Light colors with lots of white, at least for me, tend to get really chalky unless I add some gloss medium, so that's why that's there. That's it for the moment. So let me see if I can set this up so that you can see what I'm doing as I do it, and I'll try and explain as I go along. So I'll be back shortly. Okay, so I'm starting here with the darkest of the white tones, and it's semi-translucent, so I kind of need to build it up a little at a time. You don't do it all at once. In a way, I'm sort of feeling my way through this as I go. I don't always know exactly where I'm going with it when I first do it. And you want your highest highlights where they make the most sense. Oh, damn it. Gotta get that white out of the middle there. And so that's where you're aiming to build up that color. I need a different brush. This is actually harder to do it and show you at the same time because I'm not holding the miniature the way I normally would. It's one of the reasons I kind of avoid doing these in-progress demonstrations. I have a lot of respect for the guys that do this on a regular basis. I'm not sure how they can get anything done when they do it, because it's hard. It's really hard to show your work and provide a good video. But anyway, this is it. I am building up this super light tan color. Some dark areas in the low points and make the highlight areas brighter, lighter. probably make sure I put some music in the background here, because otherwise it's going to be really dull.
Use the telescopic lens.
Hope you can even see what I'm doing.
How about those asteroids? See them? But where they come from puzzles me even more.
Alright, I'm going to go finish this, and I'll see if I can come back when I'm ready to go another shade lighter. Talk to you in a bit. Okay, so the first layer of my aged white is on, and the next thing to do is the brighter layer, and I'm not sure yet. It's hard to tell from looking at the view screen here whether or not you can see the difference between the fully built up white and the not quite built up white, but it's for my eye is pretty substantial, so that's where we're headed here, and this is the sort of halfway point here. And just as a reminder, here is the goal right here. You may notice that I did a little bit more work on his wings. When I was showing him last time, I'd sort of forgotten about the fact that I didn't really paint the wings. I mean, I did notice later, but I had sort of indicated that everything was done but the base, but that wasn't true. Base still isn't done, by the way. It just has some texture on it, but it hasn't been painted. Anyway, so the next layer of color, why don't we can get started on that. And this is the almost white. This is very close to white, almost a eggshell. You should be able to see the difference there. Yes, no, yes. Always got to be really careful to spread the paint well. The whites really want to pick up the brush strokes. If your paint isn't very even, you're gonna know. You're definitely gonna know when it dries. I don't know why I always start on the kneecaps, but it just seems where my brush wants to start. So in addition to painting this weekend, one of the other things I did was I tried out the new Space Marine video game demo. Pretty awesome. Highly recommend it. I played it on the Xbox 360, and it just felt like what you would want a Space Marine video game to feel like. Powerful. really should be using a bigger brush for this part. Bigger brush and more water. I think I need to let that dry before I go back to it. So I'm just going to screw it up. So back to the other brush. Alright, well, I am going to complete this on my own, and then I'll show you what it looks like later. Well, for me it'll be a while, for you it'll just be moments, so I'll see you in a moment. And there we are. White is all finished. Aged white, of course. And they are all ready to be finished up and detailed. I think next I'm probably going to work on his face, since he's the only one that needs it. I'll just jump in, take care of that, so I don't have to worry about it later. And then I'll go in and do details, his tabard, and scroll in the back, all the gold pieces that need to get done. I think that's probably next. Gold makes sense. I should probably jump right in with that. Gold, detail pieces, gems. I think that's going to be it. So, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you later.